In this video, we're going to discuss custom audiences. And again, to get under the audience manager, you go to tools and audience manager, and it'll bring you right here. And we want to go to custom audiences, and we'll click this blue plus button to add a new one. Now there's custom affinity audience, which is people with interests aligned to your brand. So they're interested in things that your brand represents. And then custom intent, so people actively researching products and services. And so, of course, this seems to suggest that it's people more likely to buy something, whereas this is people more interested in your products and services. But to be honest, I have not had good success with any of these custom audiences. I do a lot better with keywords, keyword targeting, than any of these custom audience things. But it's might be something to test and play with, and I'm going to show it to you because I want to give you all the tools on the table, and you can go ahead and run tests to see if maybe this stuff works for you. So let's open custom affinity audience. So basically how this works is you define your audience by adding relevant interests, URLs, places, or apps, and Google makes an audience of people with the interests that you select right here. So for instance, we got interest, URL, place, app. So like I want to target people that like ClickFunnels. I enter ClickFunnels here. ClickFunnels.com, boom. We could go with interests. Maybe I'll throw ClickFunnels in here again. ClickFunnels, sales, funnels, Russell Brunson, Ryan Deiss, those type of guys. Maybe I'll throw in digitalmarketer.com and so on. So you essentially create a big audience of people that are interested in whatever you type down here, and you can get an estimate of how many people that this audience could potentially reach, and we're at 1 to 5 billion weekly impressions. So that's a lot. Let's check out our demographic information so we can kind of see. So 25 to 35 probably sounds about right. So this stuff kind of looks about right. Heavy male population. The unknown stuff is kind of obvious. Google doesn't know gender and age like Facebook does. Like no one's entering their age and gender necessarily into Google. I mean, some people are if you have a Gmail account, but if you don't have a Gmail account, like Google doesn't really know who you are, but they can tell based off of your search behavior, the websites you're visiting, things of that nature, like what you're interested in. So that's why there's a lot of unknowns. That's nothing to be shocked about. But yeah, so topics make sense: marketing, advertising and marketing, business and industrial. And yeah, you could just create an audience. We'll say audience name, interest, or custom affinity audience, sales funnels, and create. So yeah, there's an audience of people supposedly interested in sales funnel type stuff: ClickFunnels, Ryan Deiss, Russell Brunson, digitalmarketer.com, etc. Again, have not had much success with these audiences, but might be worth testing. So that's affinity. Intent, of course, hints that they're people wanting to buy something potentially. So let's do sales fun or custom intent sales funnels, and we can kind of do the same concept here. So we got in-market keywords or Google search terms, add search terms, ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson, Ryan Deiss, digital marketer, and so on. So basically you enter different keywords this time opposed to just like kind of broad interests, and this should ideally give you a more targeted audience based off of like how much research you've done and things of that nature. And then there's in-market keywords, and we could go ahead and throw in a domain. So I'll just do clickfunnels.com, and then ClickFunnels sales funnel, Russell Brunson, ClickFunnels webinar funnel. So let's just throw all this stuff in here. Cool. Now let's do audience size. So we got a weekly impressions of 0 to 100,000 people. So that's a pretty broad range. You might need to play a bit around with it or run it. Maybe it is on the high end of the 100,000 and not the 0. You definitely don't want 0 happening. But anyway, that's the affinity and custom intent audiences. Again, have not had much success with them. I'm still playing with them. If I come across like a good strategy for these different audiences, I will definitely update it into the course. For the time being, I stick with keyword targeting. Just have a lot more success. You can optimize them much more easily because you can optimize at the keyword level and things of that nature. Whereas right here, it's kind of just a big, broad audience, and it's harder to analyze what's going on and optimize your advertising efforts. So anyway, that's custom audiences. We might revisit this later on in the course, especially if I figure out a great way to utilize them.